to the best place in outer space, Kids Planet! I'm Nova, and today we will navigate the world of confidence. Are you ready to join me on this adventure? Yay! Fasten your seatbelt because this space expedition starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go! All right, let's get started. Do you know what confidence is? I have an idea. Let's ask our friend Curious. Curious, what is confidence? Confidence is being sure about who we are and what we can do. It doesn't mean that we brag and tell everyone how great we are or show off. No, not at all. When you tell people how great you are, it doesn't make you sound confident. In fact, the opposite happens. You can sound insecure. Do you know what that word means? Insecure? Insecure is the opposite of confidence. It means you're not sure of yourself. So when we brag or show off, it actually looks like we aren't confident in ourselves. Do you know why? Confident people don't focus their time and energy on telling people that they're good at something. They focus on simply trying their best at all times. Confidence means you feel good about yourself, no matter the situation. Insecure people often need for others to encourage them, to tell them they're good at something in order for them to feel good about themselves. Of course, getting encouragement is a great thing, but it's more important for us to know in our hearts that we are awesome kids who can make the world a better place. Another way to talk about confidence is the term self-esteem. Do you know that term? Let's ask Curious to explain it to us a little bit better. Hey, Curious, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is the way you feel about yourself. Basically, your opinion about yourself. That's why they call it self-esteem. If you feel confident, that's called having high self-esteem. But if you feel insecure and not too confident, that's called low self-esteem. How is your self-esteem? Do you feel good about who you are? Are you proud of your heart and of the person you are? You should. I feel proud of myself. My dad says I have high self-esteem. High self-esteem looks like this. You are happy most of the time. You believe in yourself. You feel like you're a good person. You enjoy your friends and family. You feel energetic and hopeful. You look for ways to try again even after you fail a few times. You respect others and encourage them. You accept your mistakes. Now let's examine the behaviors of someone whose self-esteem might not be so high. People with low self-esteem tend to have unhappy feelings, not be confident in what they can do, see the bad instead of the good all the time, feel tired and not too active, put themselves down often. And you know what? It's okay to feel like that at times. We always want to make space for our feelings, but we should always try to see the brighter side of things. It makes life more fun. And guess what? If you're feeling like you have low self-esteem, you can change that. It doesn't happen overnight, but you can do it. The first rule is to not pay attention to the opinions others have of you. My Aunt Orbit always says, "Honey Pie, you be whatever makes you happy, no matter what others say. Brush it off and focus on your happiness." That's great advice. Trust yourself and believe in yourself. If a kid tells you that you are not good enough to do something, you have a choice. You can either listen to that or ignore it. Which seems like the better choice? Yes, ignore it. If you start listening to that kind of talk and believing it, you begin to doubt yourself. If you doubt yourself, you don't accept how awesome you are. When kids feel good about themselves, there is a better chance they will be able to achieve great things in life. And by that, I mean happy, peaceful, and healthy lives. That's what I call success. Positive feelings, just like self-acceptance or self-confidence, will help you try new challenges and also try again when you make mistakes. Think positive. The times you don't succeed were made to teach you patience, determination, and courage. Try again until you reach that goal. All you need to do always is give your best. What makes you give your best? Being confident in your abilities will make you give your best all the time. When we come back, we'll continue learning about confidence. But before we go, it's time for our first Nova quiz. Let's see what you've learned so far. Which of these is a sign of low self-esteem? A. Feeling energetic. B. Feeling happy. C. Feeling sad. We'll be right back with more Kids Planet! Welcome back! Ready to keep exploring the world of confidence? Me too! But first, let's find out the answer to our Nova quiz. Here's the question again. Which of these is a sign of low self-esteem? A. Feeling energetic. B. Feeling happy. C. Feeling sad. If you said C, feeling sad, you're right. Learning about confidence also means we have to learn about stepping out of our comfort zone. So let's ask our friend Curious what that means. Curious, what does it mean to step out of our comfort zone? Stepping out of your comfort zone means doing things that you don't feel comfortable doing. New things. Things that might seem hard or scary. Believe in yourself and have confidence. You can do it! My mom and dad encourage my brother Neutron and me to push ourselves in unfamiliar areas, to do things that we wouldn't normally do. The other day, my friend Galaxy went to a party. She didn't know too many kids there. So when they started playing a game, Galaxy did not want to participate. She was feeling insecure about it because she had never played that game before and thought, what if I'm not good at it? What if I let the team down? All those negative thoughts started building up in her head. She was convincing herself with all those negative thoughts while the rest of the kids were calling her to join in on the fun. In that moment, Galaxy remembered the lesson Mrs. Star taught us in class about having confidence and being positive. She got out of her comfort zone, stood up, and said, I'm ready to play, but have patience with me since I've never played before. In most cases, when kids don't participate, it's because they fear they will not do well. Now, would it be fun if we were always scared of trying new things? No, it would be totally boring. Can you imagine just doing the same things over and over and never trying anything new? The truth is, sometimes you will have a lot of fun when you get out of your comfort zone. For example, my Aunt Orbit used to be really scared of roller coasters. She had never been on one, and she never wanted to ride them. Neutron and I insisted that she come with us, to just try it. And out of love for us, she did it. For Aunt Orbit, the outcome or the result was not fun. She learned a valuable lesson, which is, she does not like roller coasters. Stepping out of your comfort zone helps you grow and learn, which is super important. The more we experience, the more we learn about what we like and dislike, and our strengths and weaknesses. That way, we start shaping our lives. We get to discover our own strengths. Believe in yourself and then attempt to achieve your goals. There! You stepped out of your comfort zone and tried. Trying is the first step to success. Why? Because if you don't try, you'll never know if you can do it. Let's say there is a jump rope contest at school. It looks like a lot of fun, but you are not the best rope jumper. You're just okay. The best jump roper is there too. Sure, you think she's going to win, and that's okay. It's normal to think she will win if she usually does. But you still have to try. You never know. And if you find that you really like it, you can keep doing it. You can practice and have fun with it. And before long, maybe you'll be the one who wins. But even if you don't win, if you're having fun, that's all that matters. Having a good time is what it's all about. Stepping outside of your comfort zone gives you the opportunity to go on adventures and experience unforgettable moments. You may not even realize it, but one of the first times you stepped out of your comfort zone, you were barely more than a baby. When you took your first steps, you were way outside of your comfort zone. Can you remember another time when you stepped out of your comfort zone? When you tried something new, a new sport, a new food, a new musical instrument, maybe introducing yourself to a new person, or learning something that seemed complicated? You didn't know how to walk. You had never done it, but you tried and you did it. Remember, there is strength and courage in trying new things. It's time to take a quick break, but first, it's time for another Nova quiz. Are you ready? Which of these is not stepping out of your comfort zone? A. Approaching a group of kids you don't know. B. Raising your hand to answer a question in class. C. Saying no to starring in the school play. See if you can figure it out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Kids Planet! We're back! Before we continue our mission, let's find out the answer to our Nova quiz. Which of these is not stepping out of your comfort zone? A. Approaching a group of kids you don't know. B. Raising your hands to answer a question in class. C. Saying no to starring in the school play. If you said C, saying no to starring in the school play, you're right! Saying no to starring in the school play is not stepping out of your comfort zone. Sure, it might be intimidating to have all the attention on you, but you never know how good you can be and how much you might like it if you don't give it a try. Before you say no to trying something new, train your brain to think positively. You can do it! Remember we talked about being confident? Feeling insecure makes you doubt yourself, but feeling confident makes you take the first step, which is the most important one to take. Why think positively? Because thinking positively gives you a head start. It instantaneously makes you feel more confident. Once you take that first step, you start feeling more brave and strong with each step after that. It makes perfect sense. It's like testing the waters. When you get a foot in the pool and you start saying, "This is not so bad, I'm getting in." So before you take a test or try out for a team, for example, you prepare mentally, meaning you get your brain to start thinking positive thoughts. But how do we prepare? By picturing something good, by being positive. Instead of falling into the path of negativity, say something positive to yourself. I can do this, I will do this. Things like that. Imagine if you gave up on your first try. The first try is just the beginning of the journey. The journey is what matters, all the steps you take to achieve a goal. All your effort and your discipline. Goals don't happen overnight. Achieving your goals takes practice. Those moments really help in practicing positivity. You start enjoying the simple things more when you realize that they have to be earned and worked for. This means you realize that life is full of moments that you make happen. You and only you can choose to reach goals and have beautiful moments. Being positive on your journey to become what you want is key to having a happy life. Also, enjoy the present. What's happening right now, because it's a gift. Every day we should be thankful. Being thankful is also a way of being positive because you are realizing what you have, counting your blessings, and that creates a positive atmosphere. A positive attitude can get you places and create a better tomorrow. Did you know there is something called the law of attraction? That's right! This law of attraction says that you attract what you think about. Meaning, when you think positive thoughts, good things happen. If you only think negative thoughts, you will attract negativity. Those good things might not happen. Keep a positive attitude. What is a positive attitude? Well, let's say that you're playing checkers with a friend who plays really well. He looks confident and seems ready to face you. You, on the other hand, are very nervous. You feel like you're going to lose. He can feel the energy that you're putting out. He can probably sense you are scared. And that makes him even more brave and more confident. But if you take a deep breath, control your nerves, and start trusting your skills or knowledge, you push yourself to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you become confident. Now you're confident too, and your friend can tell. Now you're ready to play. It's not always easy to be positive because negative thoughts will sometimes travel through our minds. Like if you did something wrong. You think your parents will know and get mad at you. That fear can be seen in your eyes, and when your parents see you, they can sense you did something. But if you go with a positive attitude to your parents and explain that you did something wrong and you are sorry, I bet they will forgive you. It's all about the energy, which is what you feel and put out there with your body language, attitude, and expressions. It's perfectly fine and normal to have a day in which you are not feeling great and you're feeling a little down. But you can always change the course of a lousy day by smiling more, right? And pretty soon, you'll be back. You'll be happy and confident again. Today we learned a lot about how confidence makes us positive. They go hand in hand. We learned that we should always believe in ourselves and love ourselves just the way we are. We also learned that choosing to step out of our comfort zone allows us to live a happier and more fun life. Be brave and try it. You might love it. Before we end today's mission, we have to make a quick stop for our interplanet trivia. And we're going to need some help. Why don't we call my big brother Neutron? Yay, Neutron, you're here! We learned a ton about confidence today. We learned that having confidence is being sure about who you are and what you can do. When we are confident, we feel good about ourselves and our abilities. But we do not brag about them. Bragging and showing off actually shows insecurity, not confidence. To be confident means we have high self-esteem. We believe in ourselves. We respect others and accept our mistakes. Now that we've gone over what we've learned, why don't we test our knowledge? Neutron wants to be more confident. Being more confident doesn't happen overnight, but there are things that we can do to help us out. What do you think Neutron should do to gain confidence? Should he feel happy, have high self-esteem, feel like he's a good person and continue trying even after he's failed at something? Or should he have unhappy feelings, see the bad instead of the good all the time, feel tired and put himself down a lot? Do you know the answer? Think hard about this one. Here, Neutron would be showing that he is confident in himself. He would look at the brighter side of things and not let anything bring him down, even when he makes a mistake. Here, Neutron would be putting himself down, making himself feel grumpy, unhappy, and would be showing a lack of confidence. When someone is insecure, they could also resort to bragging. This doesn't show confidence at all. The answer has to be the first one. Neutron would be showing high self-esteem and would be working towards increasing his confidence. Awesome job, guys! You all did great and showed confidence in your answers. Remember, when we are confident, we are respectful and make sure not to brag. We work our hardest, try our best, and make sure to always be the best version of ourselves. See you next time for Interplanet Trivia. That wraps up our adventure today. It's time to say goodbye, but we'll be back soon to continue learning in the best